and figure out what it is about them you like. I like that. That's something I like. That person is, they're understanding, they're gentle, they're hardworking, they're honest. This is what I like about that, and incorporate that stuff into your own life. If that's the stuff you like, then incorporate that stuff into who you are, and then you like yourself. It's not rocket science. But if we become the person that we like,
accumulated a lot of success and status in maybe the way that modern society tells a young man that he should, with freedom and notoriety,
is sitting on the couch playing the stupid Xbox, not growing up learning to work. So that pendulum went too far.
The other path they could have taken without considering the cost of that path. So they say, hey, that has significantly minimized my regret.
We give up our 20s for our 30s. We give up 20s. You hated it. You had no idea whether you were going to be successful. You were constantly concerned about money.
Go back and say, we want to relive it. And you can't relive it into the same context because uncertainty is the largest part of the story. You will disproportionately remember the good times, but it only becomes a problem if you limit the present, which is the only thing you've ever actually lived in.
Where's my focus going? I can always be upset about something. Where do you tend to focus more? Your past, your present, or your future? We all spend all three, but where do you spend? The majority of people spend a lot of time in the past. Change it. You're constantly focused on what's missing versus what you have. You're focused on what you can't control. All the anxiety and bullshit tends to go away, especially if we're trying to do that to serve something more than ourselves. Because you can't serve something more than yourself and not just yourself. We all know the two emotions that destroy your relationship, your business, your life, it's fear and anger. But you look at somebody like Steph Curry, and you see this guy, shoot the ball from almost half court. So he doesn't even look. He turns around and just waves because he knows it's in already. And there's swish and the crowd goes crazy. And people look at that and go, he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable. He's the greatest three-point shooter in history. There's no one like him. But what they don't pay it 7 days a week for more than 15 years, his 15-year professional career. He's been doing it since before he was in college. His dad really trained him. So think of that, 3,500 shots a week, 160,000 shots in a year, 2 million shots in his 15-year NBA career, so he can make 3,600 shots. Not even 1/10%. I tell people, someone can tell you your whole life that you're brilliant, you're a genius, you're beautiful, you're handsome, and you not believe it. Someone can tell you, you're a piece of crap and you're never it's what you know inside your soul is true. And the more you do things that are incredibly difficult, and especially things that are meaningful, meaning they're not just the most important thing for self-esteem is to find something you care about more than yourself. If you find something you care about more than you won't be thinking about yourself all the time. It's like, I'm gonna show them it was anger that drove me. I'm just gonna show you type of thing. There's the next level, which is you start to know who you are and you're not trying to prove it to serve, something that you've got an obsession for, to create or to do or make. And that you don't lose that energy, you don't lose those components, and but it's true, right? In fact, maybe an easier way.
Place, which is, okay, so this is a thing that I kind of wish hadn't happened, and yet.
But I think, we get easy times and tough times. Why is that important? It is incredibly peaceful.
It took me years of a lot of grief and pain and work to get to be who I am today in spite of who I was. Never been afraid of failure before, but now I've got something I don't want to lose.
How have you learned to have a better relationship with yourself, the voice inside of your head, to be kinder if things go badly?
I like me. I like me. I would buy me a drink. See all the warts. Okay, I see all.
Sometimes progress is the W. Like maintaining in some seasons is winning. This has been my big focus right now. And I'm not the first person to say this, but just winning the day. And Bill Ackman had this hard season. Does this mean that our mood is still being dictated by circumstance? Yes. I'll be honest. Yes, it does. And so I've just tried to break that relationship between the two, because then it makes it contingent on something that I can find. To take this to the absolute extreme, Why should I be grateful? Why should I? We have a set of behaviors or skills that will increase the likelihood of us being spiritual, being a good husband. These behaviors will do that to increase the likelihood of me, but you don't know. And so you're just putting the money down and they're rolling it, but you get to find out if you hit black 5 years from now.
It's why dealing with uncertainty.
Life was nothing. He just happened to write this small thing called Jingle Bells, and it has become, the #1 song in. So not
very little sympathy, because a miserable but out.
Fair. It's a trial ground, it's a testing ground. It's built to make us harder. It's built to make us as strong as we can, to test us, to drive us. So, mentality is the only thing that gets us through life.
Studying ourselves enough, not holding ourselves to task enough, not patting our own self on the back when we do get what we want enough, not cracking our own whip on our backside.
I needed that lesson.
At some juncture, you will encounter pain. And the moment that you get acquainted with pain, you get acquainted with a measure of pain. If you want the pain of forgiving, it all hurts. So pick your pain, choose your heart.
But getting knocked that path that many refuse to go. I dare you to show up and show the world that you have something that is special and unique about you.
Down. How you handle it, that's where the growth takes place. Necessary luggage and baggage that's weighing us down.
I'm telling you from personal experience, I know what my life was like when I put in 55. I know what it was like when I didn't cheat. You put in 120, not only does it affect your life, it affects your family's life, it affects your friend's life, it affects your community's life. Are you hearing what I'm telling you? I'm challenging you to get from where you are. I'm challenging you to stop settling. I'm challenging you, I'm challenging you, I'm challenging you. I'm challenging you to give 120%. Are you hearing me?
Trying is not good enough. Trying is not gonna get you there. We need potential. We need application. We need dedication. We need motivation. We need discipline. We need to understand that work must be applied. And even when you don't want to do it, find a way to do it anyway.
I'm coming back, and I'll be stronger and better because of it. You have got to make a declaration that this is what you stand for. If you're standing up for health, you want it, and you're going to go all out to have it.
Everybody gets knocked. Ain't gonna move because you're laying on it. So you need to rise up and you need to rise above it and you need to start moving.
Go away, clear your head, and then come back and look at it from a different.
Looking around today, they have unchecked rage, unchecked aggression, unchecked anxiety, fear, insecurity. You're gonna have to care enough about yourself to face it.
How are you gonna push it to that level and go beyond it? How are you gonna maximize your time? How much energy are you gonna put into this craft?
Everything you have, everything you are, everything you're doing, like it's 78. And what I need you to do is I need you to look at yourself in the mirror and say, come on, if I gave 120%.
Stay dedicated. You got to keep on pushing forward. You got to keep on fighting the good fight. You got to put aside the excuses, because excuses won't lift you up. Excuses won't give you the power that you truly need.
You've got to show will and say, in spite of this, I'm in control here. Get me down. I'm not going to let this destroy me.
The muscle of self-compassion.
When you are so far down that hole and into this darkness, that's when you'll find out just how strong you really are. Just keep moving forward. If you think that you're going through something so bad right now,
or self. With forgiveness comes freedom.
You're going to have people to do things to you. Things are going to happen to you. And the most important thing to do is to harness your will and let it on with your life. It doesn't matter about what happens to you. What matters is, what are you going to do about it?
this is a process to be strong. So don't give up on your hopes. Don't give up on your dreams. Give up on yourself.